I woke up with a ringing in my skull, a sharp, metallic pulse, like someone was tapping directly against the inside of my head. For a moment, I couldn't open my eyes. My body felt heavy, numb, distant, like I'd been dragged out of sleep by force rather than rest. Then I tried to move my hands. They didn't move. Rope burned against my skin. I blinked awake. A dim room. My room, but wrong. Slightly rearranged. A chair moved, curtains half drawn. The sense that someone had been here while I was unconscious, watching me, touching things that belonged to me. My wrists were tied to the bedposts, ankles too, tight enough that I could feel every heartbeat pressing against the knots. Panic should have come, it didn't. Only cold, slow awareness. Something had happened, something intentional. Then the door clicked. She walked in, my wife, hair perfectly brushed, even smiling a little, until her eyes met mine. "Well," she said, voice dripping like venom, "Bastard, you're awake." She didn't look worried or guilty, just satisfied. "My lover will be here soon," she continued casually, "and I'm going to sleep with him right in front of you. I want to cause you maximum pain." She said it like she was talking about the weather. She didn't wait for a reaction, didn't care. She turned and left, slamming the door behind her. Silence. For a few seconds I stared up at the ceiling. A cheap tactic, a dramatic move, something done by someone who thought they held absolute power. But she had forgotten one thing. People like me don't panic when tied to a bed. Combat experience has a way of rewiring you, teaching you how to stay still, slow your breathing, loosen joints exactly enough to slip friction knots. People spend years learning to tie a prisoner. She hadn't. The rope loosened beneath calculated pressure. A twist of the wrist, a controlled exhale, another twist. 5 minutes later, I was free. And the headache suddenly made sense. She drugged me. Not well, not enough to erase memory, just enough to slow me. But slow wasn't the same as helpless. My hands were unsteady, but my mind was clearer than it had been in months. Because everything finally aligned. Every strange phone call she would decline in another room. Every sudden girls' trip. Every night she returned late with makeup too perfect and excuses too practiced. I'd suspected, for weeks. But suspicion is a quiet poison. It eats from the inside. It makes you doubt yourself. I hadn't confronted her then, not because I was afraid of losing her, but because I wanted the truth to collapse on its own weight. And now she'd given me the final piece. I picked up her phone from the dresser, the one she thought she'd hidden behind a pile of clothes. Unlocked using her careless, predictable password. Messages flashed in front of me like rotten fruit. "He'll be unconscious for hours. Today, we end it. After this, it's just us." His name, his face, their plans. I screenshotted everything. Forwarded every message. To my device, to my lawyer, to her mother. Evidence was a blade, sharpest when delivered without emotion. Footsteps echoed in the hallway. Hers. And another pair, heavier, masculine. I sat in the chair facing the door, calm, hands folded, breathing steady. The handle turned. She entered first, laughing. Then she saw me. That laugh cracked in her throat. Behind her, the lover froze. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't stand. "I've read everything," I said quietly. Just that. 7 words. Her entire world collapsed. Her face blanched, breath hitched, hands trembled. Finally, she felt the fear she had meant for me. You weren't supposed to," she stammered. I set the phone on the table between us, screens glowing with her messages, her plans, her betrayal mapped out in digital ink. You wanted maximum pain, I murmured, so I'll give you truth instead. Truth hurts deeper than any rope. Her lover stepped back, cowardice written in every small movement. He wanted no part in this revelation. I already sent everything to the people who need to see it, I continued. Your family, my attorney. You won't be able to twist this, not this time. She dropped to her knees, not out of remorse, out of fear of consequence. Her mouth opened, but I raised a hand. No more lies. I'm done listening. I walked past her, past him, past the room where she tried to break me. They didn't follow. Couldn't. The doorway felt like crossing a threshold out of a life I had already outgrown. As I reached the front door, I paused, not to look back, but to breathe. One last time. Cold air filled my lungs. Clarity, control, freedom. Some betrayals shatter you. Some sharpen you. This one turned me into someone who no longer needed forgiveness, or attachment, or even closure from her lips. I opened the door, stepped into a quieter world. Some endings don't need noise, only the sound of a door closing.